this is one more time. I don't quite know what my name will wind up being just yet. I am pretty sure though it is Fiverr and I can guarantee that it'll be something snake related in some way, in one form or another, because as you can tell, I have a couple of snakes here on my face, here on my visage. So I feel like I have to take advantage of that. I feel like with a mask like this that is so particular, I have to take advantage of it, make it some sort of like branding thing, I guess. Because I don't know, I find it quite bizarre that this mask is in my possession currently. I don't even know, I don't remember how it came into my possession actually. I apologize for the noisy cars in the background. I do live near a very busy road. A very busy road. It is a road that is insanely busy. It is a quite busy road. Most of the time, if not all of the time. Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to say that after my last video. Give a second there for the incredibly noisy car to pass. We're going to be doing that a lot in this video and probably in many others to come. Let's hope that it's not too bad tonight. Anyways, as I was saying, I forgot that I forgot last video, since I guess it was my first time and I was a little nervous. I completely forgot to do any ASMR whatsoever. I didn't do any finger flutterings, any noises, any triggers, any like nothing. So I thought that in today's video I could embrace the triggers, the sounds a little more, because I absolutely failed last time. I have no idea what I was thinking. So anyways, I'm going to be trying a little bit of, as I said, finger fluttering. I am going to be trying a little bit of maybe mouth sounds. I think I quite enjoy mouth sounds. And by mouth sounds, I don't mean like eating noises, you know, like the spitty, like chewing noises. I mean more so like when people go like that, you know. I am terrible at it, absolutely terrible right now, because, well, come on, it's my first it's my first time doing this, so let's hope that I hone my skills, I sharpen them for the future, and I become an incredible ASMR artist. But for now, you are stuck with my choppy, offbeat in and of itself. Amateur ASMR, amateur triggers. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it right now, just to make myself feel better. It's a style, it's a stylistic choice to be incompetent at making ASMR triggers. So yes, I think that for tonight's video I wanted to talk about an experience that I had that I am I'm like convinced it wasn't real. It was like so insane that part of me wants to believe like, okay, that didn't happen, I'm just making it up, but no, it really did happen. And it was like some crazy foreshadowing. And I'm sure many people out there have the same experience because there were quite a lot of people there with me just witnessing this entire thing. But yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into that. But also I wanted to be saying, primarily in this video, I do want to focus on Seterra. I want to keep doing map quizzes because I love doing map quizzes. Last time we did the United States, not North America. Today we can do North America and maybe South America if I feel like the video is too short. But I think that the videos are being too long, especially like last one. The videos, it's my first video that I ever made, a one and only video, but I think that last one was incredibly long because I went in that tangent about Duolingo and this and that and whatever. So I'm just going to try and keep myself streamlined for this video. I'm already distracted. I forgot to include more of the finger fluttering and stuff, like it's just kind of easy to forget, when you're like going from one topic to the other. You forget to include the sounds, the little things, the spices, the condiments to make this whole like ASMR meal. So, getting back into drag for the millionth time, I am going to be talking about this experience, and then I'm going to be playing a little Seterra. So this experience that I have is regarding a creator that has become incredibly infamous in the world of ASMR. He has become a pariah, a complete and utter thank you very much to that car right there for giving us a little beat for my storytelling, which hadn't even begun. As I was saying, this man is an absolute pariah in the ASMR community. This man is none other than GhettoASMR, GhettoASMR, ASMR, GhettoASMR, ASMR, GhettoASMR. I can't even hold a beat with the tapping and the triggers and the words and all the things you want to deliver. Good lord, that was a long one. Anyways, yes, that is GhettoASMR, the subject of today's ramble. He is a nutcase, frankly. He was once a beloved creator in the ASMR community. But then his channel sort of died, I guess because he sort of neglected it. He didn't really ever upgrade his quality. Look at me right now. If I still have this set up a couple of months, let alone a couple of years into ASMR making, I'm cooked, bro. I'm done for. You can't survive on the ASMR landscape like that. That's crazy. I think there were many problems with his channel, and the quality was certainly one of them. His setup hadn't really improved. He bought a Tascam, I think, and that was it. And he bragged about it all the time, but he really didn't do much else to improve the quality of his videos. He never got a background, he never got a tripod, he never got things like that, It was just very off the cuff, which is respectable. It's completely fine. What I'm doing right now is completely off the cuff. But this guy, his problem was that his expectations were incredible. His expectations that he had for his content were basically, he thought that his content would allow him to make a living solely off of YouTube. And that clearly wasn't the case. Of course, it is impossible to be like a lo-fi ASMR creator living completely like off of YouTube with no additional support. Well, maybe you can, but like this guy wasn't really pulling the views like that at that point. And everything really went downhill when he started sort of like e-begging. He started asking people for money. He started like demanding money to do certain triggers. One of the very famous examples were his tingle rockets. He would grab an... Hello? Is my blog getting shut up? What the hell? You can hear in the background though. Oh, it's fireworks! Oh my god, it's because it's like the holiday season. Anyways. God damn it, I ran out of bullets. Anyways, enough of that. I am strapped. If they come for me, I am strapped, alright. Anyways, whatever. He started e-begging, he started demanding money to do certain triggers, he started getting mad. He would go into these fits of absolute rage where he would like punch himself, he would like throw things, he would break stuff on camera. And it just got to a point where it was like very unhealthy, very like, I guess, pathetic and sad to watch. And he started like going downhill real bad, and then all of this drama would come out from like Discord, where it turns out he had been asking girls for pictures and like, you know, the whole shebang of the disgraced YouTuber. Very common. Unfortunately it was one of many such cases, many such cases in the YouTube community. But yeah, Ghetto at one point was really beloved. His ASMR, his tapping, his like rhythmic tapping is really like unparalleled. I remember going into a re-upload of one of his videos, and there was a commenter that was saying that Ghetto ASMR was like the forbidden fruit of ASMR. And I think that is very accurate. I think that is very, very accurate. Because he's a terrible guy, he's horrible, he's the things he's done, but like you can't argue with his ability. Sadly, to everyone's absolute dismay. But anyway, where he and I crossed paths very indirectly was at one point, it must have been, good lord, 2015, 10 whole fucking years ago. And Ghetto ASMR was doing a live stream, just doing triggers, just doing his thing, hanging out with his community, or so I thought. Anyways, I joined in because I was a very avid viewer of Ghetto ASMR at this point in time. I joined in, and initially everything was relatively normal. It was just a normal chill night. He was doing some triggers, he was talking, speaking with his mod team or whatever. But then as the night moved on and on, he started demanding things from the audience, from the chat. He started like what he called a culling, I believe. He started culling the viewers, and he would make you like type things in the chat and like say stuff and like do certain things to prove that you were not a snake. A snake like these. A snake. I guess I was ultimately a snake because, well, here I am. But he would accuse you of being all snakes, right? And what being a snake meant was that you wouldn't do anything that this man demanded of you on a whim. You weren't absolutely subservient, a slave to GhettoASMR, because that's what he wanted to be. That's what he wanted you to be, I mean. So he started slowly getting his mods to cull the viewers out. To cull the viewers by removing them from the live stream. He made the live stream private, and he started removing people from it. He started removing their ability to comment. So this went on and on and on until there were about 30, 20, a couple dozen viewers in the chat, and he really would just bully these people. He would go like, nah, you're just a snake, you're like a fucking fake fan, like you're fake as fuck, you don't mean anything to me, get out of here, you're a snake. And he would like slowly ban one by one the viewers until it came to like 5 or 10 of us, and I was among the, I guess, lucky or unlucky few, depending on the way you want to see it. And I remember the commenters, the people were leaving the chat because they were weirded out by Ghetto. They were like, hey man, I came in to chill, and this is like really weird and toxic, and like you're being like creepy, you're being like insane, calling these people names and stuff. They're like, you're fans, man. And they would leave, and of course he would be like, get the fuck out of here, you're a snake, get out of here, we don't need any snake around here, only true GhettoASMR fans. And eventually the numbers dwindled and dwindled and dwindled and fell until it was just like 2 people. And then he crowned one of these 2 people after a while as the ultimate GhettoASMR fan, the one true fan among the snakes. And that was the end of the live stream. That was it. I was called a snake by Ghetto, and I was promptly removed by one of his mods. And I think he only removed my ability to comment because I could see this stream up until the end. And I remember being really weirded out by the whole thing. It was certainly a sight to behold, and insane foreshadowing about 5 years in anticipation to this man being exposed as like a egomaniac that will get drunk off of power. You would like power trip with like 100 viewers on YouTube live streams. Like, this guy was moving on some whole different level of egotism. He was like a niche micro celebrity at most, and he was already treating people like they were garbage. He was like, you are subhuman, you're snakes, you're below me. There are no true fans, I'm such a poor guy, like nobody appreciates me. And like, you know, that would wind up in his later outbursts, his later rages, compilations upon compilations of which can be found all over YouTube. So anyways, that is the story of how I witnessed GhettoASMR's true intentions and true, I guess, attitude toward YouTube way before like the drama came out. And I remember shortly after that I must have stopped watching Ghetto because it just felt weird, you know, like this guy like basically cyberbullies his viewers on a live stream and calls them names, and really he like doesn't hold anything. He would like insult these people. As I said, that viewer was like very off-put by the whole thing. He left on his own. It was just really a weird experience all in all. That's it. I got nothing more to say about that. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and do some maps, right? Let's go ahead and do some maps. Wait for it. Let me do some anticipatory triggers before this awesome next level CGI transition. Insane quality, layered ASMR experience for you. I know, I amaze myself, I surprise myself, I just don't know how I do it sometimes. I don't know how I do it. It's just incredible quality. Anyways, prepare to have your mind blown by this epic transition. Check this out. Yo, that is so smooth, what the hell? Is that big enough? Yeah, I think that's good enough. I'm just like a little blip in the darkness. Anyways, so let's go ahead and do the countries in North America. Yeah, let's do the countries in North America. North and Central America countries. Yeah, I believe that's fair. I believe that's fair. I believe that is fair. Let me just center the screen. There we go. This is going to be so easy. Allow that car a moment to pass. Canada. Guatemala. I don't know why. It makes a lot of sense for me to associate Guatemala with the southernmost border of Mexico, because Guatemala and Honduras, I used to have trouble differentiating the two of them because similar flag, similar location, but I don't know why Guatemala is very easy for me to remember as bordering southern Mexico. I think maybe it has to do with the M in Guatemala, M for Mexico. But I think also it's just because Guatemala sounds more like a Mexican city name, Mexican city names are very, very particular. I think they could be pretty tingly. You have names like Nezahualcóyotl, 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 or just not even in city names, like anything that is like derived from Nahuatl. Which, by the way, I am pretty interested in Nahuatl also. And did you know that Nahuatl, the TL sound, is pronounced? It's like a click. Let me do it like far away from the mic so I don't like. It is supposed to be Nahuatl, 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 Nahuatl. So it would be Netzahualcóyotl, 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 or Popocatépetl, Popocatépetl, Popocatépetl. What are some other names? Or city names or whatever names? There are many beautiful Mexican names, such as, I really like Mexican city names. You have some that are more like Spanish influence, and some that are more just Nahuatl influence, and some that are a mix of the two. For example, you have Ecatepec, Ecatepec, Ecatepec. But also in the name of Ecatepec, you have De Morelos, Ecatepec, De Morelos, Ecatepec, De Morelos, Ecatepec, De Morelos. And you also have names like Oaxaca, 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 which the X in Nahuatl is supposed to be pronounced like sh. So maybe it would be like Oaxaca or something like that. What else? Maybe is kind of a little freak of a country because it is an English-speaking country, I believe. And it goes right next to Guatemala. Not to be confused with El Salvador. El Salvador goes down here. Honduras, as I said, is very similar to Guatemala. They are bordering countries, so it is just right here. Then Costa Rica is in between Panama and Nicaragua. Panama and Nicaragua. God damn it. There we go. It was off center. Anyway, Costa Rica is in between Panama and Nicaragua. The Dominican Republic is on the eastern side of Hispaniola. It is the island, which is made up of Haiti and Dominican Republic. So, Dominican Republic is right there on the eastern side. Nicaragua, right here. Haiti, as I just explained, El Salvador. Then you got Panama. Very easy to tell because of the big ass canal right here. Cuba is this incredibly big island right at the doorstep of Florida of America. We got Mexico, very recognizable. The United States and Jamaica, which is this little island right here. And that is it. Incredibly easy. I think this video wound up being longer than I expected, so let's leave it at that. And call it a night. So, for now, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you noticed that I tried to sprinkle a little bit more of these, whatever they are, no matter the quality it seems, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I hope they were okay, at least. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Peace out. No, I don't want to say peace out. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good night's rest tonight. And if not, just go ahead and watch my other video. I have 2 of them, so it won't take that much of your time.